Good afternoon. Suffering from a bit of man flu this afternoon, so a bit of time off work, and I thought I'd explain an error and also the finale of Maylis actually becoming Witch Queen. She's fine. Oh, wrong end. So she is finally Queen of the Witches. So the error I made is I got too excited getting on with, I think I've got M32 to play, which is searching the barrows against the undead. A random quest I found whilst wandering around, lots of ones rolled on a travel event. So in my excitement to do that, I tidied my table up. So unfortunately, it all looks a bit clean and tidy. I put the photos on of when Paul and I finished the battle against the Witch Queen to take over her mind. It was a really fantastic fight, and I felt like the reason I didn't film it is because I needed Paul's help to go through it, just to make sure there was a lot going on. I just wanted to make sure I got the rules right. And learn a few bits and bobs. It's such an in-depth game, and I would never want to put off anyone who's got the game coming or is looking to buy it. You can see all the games behind me. I've got pretty much every dungeon crawler going, and I've just got Secrets of the Lost Tomb 2nd edition coming as well. Dungeon Universalis continues. This has been sat on my table for 2 years, and I might not play it every day. But there's a part of me that just doesn't want to put it away. I wouldn't say it's always easy to pick up. That's why I got Paul's help to go through this scenario. So, keep a long story short, basically what happened was we entered the witches. There was a coven of witches fornicating and jumping around and dancing around a fire. There were 4 witches and the Witch Queen, plus 2 spectral wolves. A lot going on. Sorcerers, undead, skills galore. The Witch Queen had Shriek of the Underworld, which luckily she never rolled for, because I didn't realise on the Sorcerer card that you have to roll a d6 when they activate. What was brilliant about the witches, which I had no idea until I've never fought against any spellcasters, let alone witches, was that on the back of their card, see if I can find it a second. Yeah, here we go. So there's the witch card there. On the back of the witch card, there it basically says their very first they're expert poisoners, so their very first action, they will literally poison whatever's next to them, and if there's nothing next to them, they will poison their own blades. So they all start with daggers, and then they will come at you. So before they cast any spells, the first thing they're going to do is wipe their blade with poison and come at you. So I thought that was fantastic. Well done, Oscar, because that's some really good thematic writing for a certain enemy. So they all came at me. The great thing was I won initiative, and I didn't just win initiative, I won initiative with Caught by Surprise. So I got to pull 3 of the witches, 1 forward, push the spectral wolf away. So that really helped, because I think we took down 1 of them straight away. The next one went down in the next round. I had 1 that was hanging on, kept becoming, it was diseased because I managed to get Larnak's rat to bite him and it became diseased. But then all of the creatures on the board had regeneration. So this thing kept, I'd do it 2 damage, the next turn it would come back with 2 damage because it kept rolling a 5, which was a success on regeneration. So that was a pain. The Witch Queen, now the best bit was, and if you ever fight any spellcasters, the biggest lesson I've learned is pin them down. Just get, even if I had Larnak in front of the Witch Queen, he couldn't do any damage, because the only thing that was going to happen to her was Maylis needed to cast mind control on her successfully, and that was the end of her. She'd been knocked out. But even though Larnac, because he's small, doesn't engage, I just made sure he was always in the Witch Queen's melee range, and they can't cast any spells. And even more importantly, they can't dispel anything. That was my biggest lesson in this one, because I had to dispel things. There was no point going straight in at the beginning with Malis trying to cast Mind Control, because she would have had 5 witches dispelling her spell. And yeah, it wastes their mana. They only had 4 mana. I had 14. Yeah, so I've definitely got the excuse me, definitely got the upper hand there. So that was another tactic to get them to wear out the mana. But there was one occasion she tried to cast a damage spell, and I think there were 3 witches, and it was dispelled on the second one. So yeah, beware of spellcasters if you've got a spellcaster, because they will wear you down. Vlog did an awesome job. He walked in and did what orcs do, and splattered things with at least 6, possibly 7 dice at times. So yeah, we waded in, we took out the witches. Spectral wolves were a little bit of a pain. Again, they have regeneration, but not too much of a trouble. The key thing here was I won initiative and caught by surprise, and I pinned down the spellcasters so they couldn't dispel or cast spells. So, and I think we did it it took us about 2.5 hours, with a bit of deliberation. There were a few occasions where I think in this game you have to use a bit of thematic comments. I mean, you can do what you want with it. Nothing's pinned down by rules. But we got to one point where you'd roll a d6 to find out what a witch was going to do, and it was a 3 to, well, whatever it was, 2 to 4 or whatever it was, and it would cast a certain type of spell, not particularly an offensive spell. And one of them was fly. The only thing it could do was fly. So Paul and I were, I mean, yeah, if you were to follow the rules to the point, then it would have flown. I mean, it could kind of be thematic. The witch is trying to fly off to a different part of the board. And it could have done it as well, because it wasn't pinned down. It had the rat in front of it, which is small. However, if you also look at target priority, it's that which would do the most damage or have the biggest effect, and flying isn't going to do anything. So we went on to the next line, which was the offensive spells, including suffocation and vermin. In fact, I think even one of them tried to cast mind control on Malis, which was quite ironic, seeing as that was her goal. So that was sorry, I forgot to mention when I first started. So this is a supplement book, Special Quest for Heroes. So that was Malis is done. I'm not going to show you that bit, but so yeah, mission accomplished. You've managed to control the will of the powerful Queen of the Forest. That now means you are the Queen. Now the rewards were awesome. I think I rolled 22 dice, getting maxed out 6s. So I got 5 6s. So we've got a magic item, which I think Larnac's got at the minute. Got an agility broadsword. Apologies if this isn't focusing. I'll just turn the camera around. So yeah, that basically gives him strength +1 to use as combat strength, as opposed to a lot of things that are -1. So there was that. I think we've got loads of coins each. They've all got about 5 6 coins each. Rewards. The witches who survive the combat kneel before Malis and utter words in strange languages that only our heroine understands due to her experience in black magic. From now on, Malis will have the skill regeneration. The travel events then take place in the territory. Travel events that take place in the territory of the Witch Forest will never be harmful to Malis or her companions. So these personal quests are definitely worth doing. I would say that the getting in there wasn't too difficult. You've seen the other videos. I found it very interesting that the vermin and the one that spawned the spiders, that was really good. Yeah, I don't think I think first time in a long time, I don't think I've got too much wrong. I think if I'd have done the finale without Paul, I would have missed, there's a lot I would have missed. Not tons, but just thematic things. And yeah, so much thanks goes to Paul. He's got a very good, just take it steady. Just it's your turn. It's the hero's turn. Just have a look and see who wants to go first, and see who gets the most advantage. And if you're unsure, leave that one till last. Usually it's dead obvious. If Vlog stood in front of something and he's about to hit it, then just hit it. It was more a case of the magic and dispelling and what the Witch Queen was going to do. She also had aura, which I forgot twice, I think. So I just gave Larnac 2 rolls against 2 damage die for 2 turns that we've missed. If you stand next to them, then you get damaged. So yeah, quick video and quick update. Apologies, you don't get to see the map. Well, there are photos. I did put a photo on the group of the state of the table. What a fantastic game. So I'm going to continue. I'm not sure what the next video will be. I might just do this Barons one and get it out of the way. The main quest, I think I'm on M13 Magic Portal. I think I've got to find a load of levers, pull the levers, open the portal, get in there, knock out the sorcerer and get back out again in a certain amount of time. So yeah, I may well film that one. So I'm going to go and look into seeing if I can level these characters up. I think they need, I don't know if they need a bit of a rest. Didn't take too much damage at all. The rat didn't die. Melis took no damage whatsoever. Larnac took 1 hit and Vlog took 3. So play your cards right, take your time, and most importantly, enjoy it. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.